Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. Michal Krizo is officially an IFBB pro after winning today's Amateur Olympia, and it's honestly crazy to say. I'm pretty sure you guys remember about a year ago he was going back and forth with like Nick Walker, Iain Valliere on Instagram, and he was pretty much dominating everything over in the Elite Pro, so I wasn't sure if he was actually going to come over here. But now Michal Krizo is an official IFBB pro, and he should just be a few weeks out from competing at the Prague Pro. And even though he is standing next to amateurs here, look at the sheer stature of Michal Krizo. This guy is absolutely massive. And as we've been seeing a lot this season, you know, Kamal El Gardney, Martin Fitzwater, those are great, very complete bodybuilders. But when they're next to taller guys, sometimes they just get outsized. And I think Krizo does have that ability to just make guys look very, very small. So you guys let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about Michal Krizo's physique? You know, is Krizo the real deal? But once again, we should get to see him at this year's Prague Pro. And there we should see him against some top pros. And we can really gauge how he's going to look at the Mr. Olympia if he can get there. But I'm pretty sure with the few shows we have left, Krizo is probably going to be the favorite to win their Prague Pro show. But huge shout out to Michal Krizo for turning pro today. And in the next update of the day, we have recent updates from Hunter Labrada. Hunter is always very transparent. We're probably going to get these every week up until the Olympia. Now, it seems like Hunter and Nick always put out updates back to back. And you guys let me know in the comment section below. You know, we talked about Nick Walker earlier today. Who do you guys see as more impressive going into this year's Olympia? And in all honesty, Hunter's physique is really catching my attention this year. He has adjusted his front double execution a little bit. The back has came up, and as I said, Hunter is going to have an incredible posing routine. And for everyone who thinks Hunter Labrada's spot at last year's Olympia was rigged, I have heard a couple people say that Labrada Nutrition will not be sponsoring this year's Mr. Olympia. That is not 100% set in stone, but I have heard that from a few sources. But Hunter is looking incredible, and hopefully he's able to peak properly. As you guys know, Hunter is coached by Ben Chow. I'm not sure if they started working together before last year's Mr. Olympia or after, but hopefully they make a great duo. It seems like Ben has done an incredible job with Hunter this offseason, and I'm excited to see him on stage. And switching over to Hadi Choopan, he actually posted up 2 back updates today. And as always with Hadi, we never know if anything is recent. But of course, Hadi Choopan looks incredible, has one of the best backs in the sport. But the thing I've been talking about a lot lately, as I mentioned earlier, guys like Martin Fitzwater, Kamal El Gardney, we've been seeing them place lower, even though they're arguably more complete than the guys they're losing to. I believe Hadi Choopan as well as Derek Lunsford, they may have a tough time at this year's Mr. Olympia. I mean, think about if they place Hadi between Samson Dowder and Andrew Jack. Does Hadi just destroy those guys, or does he get lost in the mix because he's a smaller guy? Now, you guys may say, why don't I think the same about William Bonac or Nick Walker? Well, Nick Walker is going to be around 260 pounds, maybe even more. And William Bonac is crazy 3D, so he's able to hold his own. Let me know what you guys think about that. And in the next update of the day, we have a recent update of Iain Valliere. And for a guy that everyone says doesn't have much definition in his physique, at 10 weeks out, I actually see a decent amount of separation in Iain's quads. But going into this year's Olympia, Iain is going to have a very hard time maintaining this 7th place position. As I mentioned, we have Derek Lunsford, Andrew Jack, Samson Dowder, and all of those guys are gunning for their top 6. So it's very possible that Iain Valliere may be fighting for their 10th place position. And for some reason, a lot of guys really hate Iain, but as I always end up repeating myself, Iain comes in very big and very conditioned. And also, guys, a lot of these guys are veterans. They've been here. They know how to peak. Some of these guys are making their first Olympia appearance, and, you know, they may be a little bit nervous. Now, we also have recent updates from Quinton Eriya Quinn Beastwood. Now, after Tampa and Texas, he said he was probably going to take 2 years off. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Quinton started prep, you know, maybe in the next few months. Similar to Samson Dowder, this guy is just adding on size. I'm pretty sure Quinton is 300 plus right now, but still maintaining the aesthetics. This guy looks incredible, man. I'm excited to see him in the future. And also, Quinton has been working on his posing. He received a lot of critiques about him constantly shaking. And at the Texas Pro, it was improved from the Tampa Pro. And in guest posing, we see no nerves at all. So going into next year's season, hopefully Quinton hops on a stage and qualifies for the Mr. Olympia. And switching over to Vlad Suhoruchko, these are recent updates from him. And yes, you guys heard me correctly. These are recent updates of Vlad at 10 weeks out from this year's Olympia. And this guy's already crazy condition. But as I always wonder with guys that get ready super early, Is it a possibility he overdies? This is extremely conditioned, man. This guy could put a tan on and go win a show right now. And Vlad could give guys a lot of trouble at the Mr. Olympia. As you guys know, he's a very big guy that comes in very conditioned. Now, switching over to Tonio Burton, these are the most recent updates of him ahead of tomorrow's Legion Sports Fest. Now, do you guys think you are looking at the winner of the Legion Sports Fest right here? Or do you guys have Justin Rodriguez, maybe Jamie the Giant winning this show? And I look at Tonio a lot, and it seems like he may have heard a few of my critiques. Posing does look a little bit better. Also, Tonio's condition definitely seems to be on. Overall, I would like to see him put on a little bit more size, but just because his roundness and his symmetry, he can definitely beat some guys just by having a better overall package. Look at this back double bicep, man. This is insane. And just to think, Tonio was a 212 bodybuilder last year. But I'm excited to see him tomorrow at this Legion Sports Fest, and maybe he can pull out a win. And switching over to Classic Physique, we have a recent physique update of Tony Yoon. He is 6 weeks out from the Atlantic coast. Now, I'm not sure why he's doing a show this close to this year's Mr. Olympia. Maybe it's just a hometown show, or maybe him and his coach just want more information on how to pick him properly for this year's Olympia. Tony has an incredible physique, but he's definitely going to have to bring the back up to be competitive with the top Classic Physique guys. And ending this video here with the archive of the day, I actually think this is my first time doing 2 archives in one day. But you guys let me know in the comment section below which legendary bodybuilder is this. I do not think this photo is photoshopped. I mean, it could be, but I don't think so. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That's it. I'm out.